Ready to assist you, Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky.
What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is
taco.
You all know what to do for the rest of the day. When anyone says the secret word, scream real loud.
You are listening to The Perfect 10. Today, we watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
My name is Kevin Reagan. In 1985, I was 10 years old.
My name is Kit Reagan, and I am 10 years old.
I know you are, but what am I? I don't make monkeys, I just trade them.
I meant to do that. Come on, Simone. Talk about your big butt.
Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is a 1985 American adventure comedy film directed by Tim Burton in his feature film directing debut. Written by Paul Ruebens, Phil Hartman, and Michael Varhol. Starring Paul Ruebens, E.G. Dailey, Mark Houlton, and Diane Salinger, who is from Wilmington, Delaware.
When eccentric man-child Pee-wee Herman gets his beloved bike stolen in broad daylight, he steps out across the U.S. on the adventure of his life.
Distributed by Warner Brothers and released on August 9th, 1985. This movie had a budget of $7 million.
Wait, beforehand or like while making the movie?
While making the movie. That's how much they had to make the movie. That buys a lot of bikes. Okay. Here's a quick little trivia question. How many bikes do you think they had making this movie?
I'm going to guess over 100.
You think they had 100 bikes?
I mean, yeah.
I will tell you this. In existence today, there are only known to be 4 of them. So now how many bikes do you think they made?
Oh, I thought you meant in the movie.
No. Like the bike. So like,
Scratch that.
Yeah, Scratch that. Do you remember like, we'll always go to Stranger Things. So in Stranger Things, like if Steve's wearing a shirt, sometimes he doesn't wear a shirt at all, like in the 4th season. But if he's wearing a shirt and it's like ripped and bloodied, they don't have just one shirt because of filming reasons. It might get ripped, it might get damaged throughout like a 6-month shoot. So they replace the shirt from time to time.
Hold up. I think that was a spoiler.
I should have given a spoiler alert before saying that Steve Harrington's not wearing a shirt.
No, that he's like bloody.
Oh, that he's bloody. Well, I mean, you know. Like when Jonathan beats him up in the 1st season. Oh, that's a spoiler too.
So I would guess maybe, I know the bike crashes a lot.
Yeah, a couple times.
They might get damaged, broken, stuff like that. I'm going to say 13.
Kit, the number is between, they don't know the exact number. It's between 12 and 13 is what. Huh. That's pretty good. That's a good sussing out right there.
I should have said 12 or 13.
Well, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good guess.
I have a list in front of me.
You do? What do you have a list of?
Of the characters.
Always. You love to go right to the characters.
So, I just want to say that this list is very funny because, let me just tell you the order. Number 1, Pee-wee Herman. Number 2, Large Marge.
Okay, this is probably not what's called the call sheet because no offense to Large Marge, but I don't think she's number 2 on the call sheet of this movie.
Although, Pee-wee Herman.
Yeah, definitely number 1.
Yeah, number 1, Pee-wee Herman. Number 2, Large Marge. Number 3, Dottie. Number 4, Francis. And number 5, Amazing Larry. And then number 6, Biker Mama.
Who's Biker Mama? I don't know who that is.
It's Cassandra P. or something like that.
Okay. I don't know who that would be, actually. I don't know.
Right here, do you recognize her?
I don't. Oh, yes, I do. You know who she is? She's in the bar scene. Oh. When she says, I say you give him to me.
I say we kill him. Yeah! I say we hang him, then we kill him. Yeah! I say we stomp him. Yeah! Then we tattoo him. Yeah! Then we hang him. Yeah! And then we kill him. Yeah! I say we let him go. No!
I say say you let me have him first.
And the last one was Hobo Jack.
Hobo Jack, yeah. I meant to look him up because I wanted to see how old he was when they made this movie.
It's Carmen Philippi. I can search this up.
Okay. He was born in 1923, so today he would be 101. Almost to the day. He was born March 22nd, 1923.
I'm going to assume he's, like, old.
Yeah, well, he died. He died in 2003. So he died years before, 10 years before you were born.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Ooh.
I kind of want to give a little bit of full disclosure to this movie, too, because we've watched Back to the Future, we've watched Goonies. We did watch Back to the Future when you were real little. We talked about that in the movie, but you got scared at the Libyan terrorists.
Yeah,
part.
I was like 4.
Let's hope you were at least 6, but I mean, that's some bad parenting right there. But
I think I was 4.
Whatever you were, we turned it off. So you didn't watch it until we watched this movie. And Goonies we watched one night, but you were pretty young then too, and I just don't think you retained it.
I probably fell asleep during it. I remember like a treasure map.
From the first time.
Yeah, I think I fell asleep during the attic scene.
Okay. This movie we've watched before. This was not the first time you saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So I wanted to say that because some of these are brand new, like the movie I think we're going to watch next month. But with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I do want to get your initial thoughts.
Yeah, it's a good movie, ups and downs.
Ups and downs, okay.
Yeah.
What are some ups? Give me a couple ups.
It's cool to know, like, about I call her Marge Large.
Large Marge?
It's cool to learn about Marge.
You're going to get it.
To learn about Large Marge.
Yeah.
Yes. And, like, a funny part is when you see Francis in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And he's, like, rude to people because I don't know, but the looks of it is he is a tiny bean and he wants some friends, and and how he's going to do that is by sitting in the bathtub and pretending to be Godzilla.
Right. I don't know the bean part. I'm not sure what that has to do with it.
Go ahead and scream your head off! We're miles from where anyone can hear you!
So Francis, he's not a nice person, and he's phony too, right?
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, we had a term where he's an Eddie Haskell, which is a character from Leave It to Beaver. It's this idea that Mark Houlton, who plays Francis Buxton, his dad thinks he's a good kid. He's a very nice, respectable young boy, right? Young boy. He's a man. But when Pee-wee accuses him of stealing his bike...
He did steal it.
He hired a guy to steal it. He totally stole it.
Yeah.
You'll be sorry, Pee-wee Herman.
He did steal it, but gave it away.
Yeah, because
Technically, he didn't steal it. He hired a guy to steal it.
So that one's okay to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah, Francis Buxton is Francis. That's his neighbor. That's who he doesn't like. That's who Francis says he wants to buy Pee-wee's bike because it's his birthday. And what does Pee-wee tell him? Do you remember how much Pee-wee says he wouldn't sell it for?
He wouldn't sell it for $3 trillion.
I wouldn't sell my bike for all the money in the world. Not for $100 billion, million, trillion dollars.
That's not a real number, but that's what he
So
says.
trillion.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. It's basically $1 trillion. Just so you know, in 2014, one of these 4 bikes sold on eBay for...
Can I guess the price?
Yeah.
Tell me the range.
Between $1 and $100 million, trillion, billion dollars.
I'm gonna say,
I'll do higher or lower with you. Go ahead.
Okay, is it higher than 2,000?
Yes.
Okay. Is it lower than 7,000?
No. It's higher than that.
Okay.
Remember, this is the bike, one of the bikes that was used in the movie. And again, there are only 4 of them that still exist.
25,000?
A little bit more.
27,482?
Correct. 36,000. But you were getting there.
Okay.
So after the movie was done, Warner Brothers ordered the bikes be destroyed.
Really?
Yes, I have no idea why they do that.
Why?
I don't know. That's very...
They, like, say, okay, we've done something illegal, time to run.
I guess they don't want to store them. It's very weird. I don't think that happens as much anymore, but they were destroyed, and 12 of them were not. One of them is actually on display at a bike store in Pittsburgh called Pittsburgh's Bicycle Heaven Museum. You can go and see it.
Yeah, you'll be going to heaven, crashing that old thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive it. Yeah, I don't know what would happen. In the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, do you, Kit, like Pee-wee?
He's okay. He's a very man baby.
He is a man baby. Man-child.
Baby.
He's a bit of a baby.
Man baby, yes. His laugh is more annoying than SpongeBob, and that is very hard to accomplish.
Can you attempt to do a Pee-wee Herman laugh? Is he sick?
No.
It's like he's at the doctor and they have like a tongue depressor.
That
That sounds like a bird. When we watched the movie, you were mad in the very beginning because Pee-wee was more concerned about his bike than he was about...
His dog.
Yeah. What's his dog's name?
Spot.
Speck.
Speck.
Yeah, close. He feeds Speck, though, and he takes care of Speck, and then Dottie takes care of Speck.
Dottie is good.
Then let's talk about that, because I know you like talking about who your favorite characters are in a movie.
I forget.
You know, Mommy and I didn't do our who were going to be your top 3. We know one of your number 1s, which is number 2 on your call sheet, but not the movie's call sheet, because you dressed up as this person for Halloween one year when I was Pee-wee Herman. Who was that?
Large Marge.
Large Marge. Or Marge Large.
Maybe... I think she's going in second.
You think she's in second? Then I think I know. If I can guess,
on.
if you would let me guess, I'm going to say...
top 5?
You can't do top 5. You can do top 3. But I think Chuck
How about top 4?
is your number 1. Chuck, the owner of the bike store.
No, top 4.
Pee-wee. What's that? Top 4?
Yeah.
All right, but I'm going to cut out the 4th one from the episode.
No.
I'm going to put that behind a paywall.
No.
This show doesn't have a
Number
paywall.
1.
Okay.
Or let's go.
Yeah,
from
let's go
number
backwards.
4.
Number 4. Go number 5 if you want to do 5.
No,
what do
4.
I Good.
Number 4. Amazing Larry.
I love Amazing Larry. I love his mohawk.
I know.
Is this something you could share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry?
Number 4, Amazing Larry.
Yeah.
Number 3, Biker Mama.
And the biker bar.
Give them to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Number 2.
Number 2, Large Marge.
Tell them Large Marge sent ya.
Marge is number 2. Okay.
And number
Can we say it
1,
at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
Dottie.
Yeah.
Why
figured.
isn't Speck on here?
Yes, Speck is not on your list, which means you hate Speck.
No, that's because it's not on here.
Okay. Another thing when we were watching this movie, and I like to point this out to you every movie we watch. That movie is from 1985, which is, it pains me to say, almost 30 years old. Did I do the math right? Yeah. But Speck is 100% dead. And has...
It's so sad.
I know, it is sad. Speck has probably been dead for probably... maybe longer than Hobo Chuck. Is that his name?
Hobo Jim?
Hobo Jim.
No, Hobo Jack.
Jack.
Who's Chuck?
I don't know. You want to talk about Simone?
Sure. I like Simone.
Yeah, but she didn't make your top 5.
No, I didn't see her. I'd say Simone.
In the top 8, at least. Wait for that train to go by with Hobo Jim on it.
Okay, making a new one.
Jack.
Number 1, Dottie. Number 2, Large Marge. Number 3, Simone. I forgot her name. Number 3, Simone. Number 4, Biker Mama. Number 5, Amazing Larry.
Amazing Larry got knocked down a whole spot. That's cold. Yeah, so can I tell you something about Simone? There's a movie that we'll eventually see one day. We have to watch Batman first. So Tim Burton, who directed this, you know Tim Burton from many things. We've watched Beetlejuice. We've watched Nightmare Before Christmas, which he didn't direct, but you know he produced it. It's his story. Corpse Bride. Wednesday. Tim Burton made a movie called Batman Returns, which is what he made after he made Batman. And Batman Returns has the Penguin in it, Oswald Cobblepot. Not to be confused with Chester Copperpot. I always confuse them from Goonies and the... But Pee-wee Herman plays the Penguin's father in Batman Returns. Do you know who plays the Penguin's mother? Number 3 on your list.
Oh,
I like that you're
Diane Salinger.
Salinger, yeah, Diane Salinger plays.
I said Salinger.
It might be Salinger, actually, the way it's spelled. Yeah, she plays the Penguin's mother. So it's cool that they reunite with Tim Burton for, it's basically cameos. Do you remember who Tim Burton is in this movie? Because I pointed him out.
Yeah, he is. When Pee-wee is walking out from the argument, they like try and scare him, and he scares them. Yeah,
I think he's labeled as Thug, like Thug number 1 or something like that. And yeah, he comes over.
Oh, it's Thug and Alley.
Thug and Alley, yeah. Tim Burton comes over, and as if he's going to rob him, and Pee-wee hisses at him. Can you do your best Pee-wee hiss?
Hiss.
That's good. Do your Pee-wee laugh again? Let me hear it. Oh my God. It's like Woody Woodpecker. When they made this movie, again in 1985, nobody was thinking of home market. They weren't thinking of what a movie looks like on a television screen. Okay? They were thinking about what it looks like on the big screen picture. So when they convert to VHS and then DVD and Blu-ray, they go to something called 4:3, which is the aspect ratio. And when they did that, there was a shot that's in our movie where Pee-wee ties his bike up with the chains, right? Do you remember that? He's pulling the chains out of the bucket.
Yeah.
And what did you say to me when that was happening?
What kind of Mary Poppins mania is this?
Yeah, exactly. It's very Mary Poppins. Like Mary Poppins pulling stuff out of her bag.
Didn't Tim Burton direct Mary Poppins?
No. But Tim Burton, his Disney world was, he was an animator on The Fox and the Hound. And then he made a movie called Vincent for Disney. I think Frankenweenie, was Warner Brothers, but that might have also been for Disney. When they did this on VHS and then DVD, they changed the aspect ratio from the way it's projected in a movie theater. And you can see the chain coming up from underneath. So you can see that it's not a trick, that it's not Mary Poppins' bag. You can see the chain being fed up through the actual side bucket on his bike. But if you watch it on Netflix, they've fixed it. They've adjusted that. However, how did we watch this movie?
We watched it on CVD. But I didn't see it.
Wait, what's it called?
CVD.
A DVD.
A CVD.
A digital video disc, but it doesn't really mean anything.
I said a CVD.
Yeah, it's a DVD. But we had...
CVD.
This was not available in streaming right now.
Yeah.
We'd have to pay for it on Amazon, and since we already own it, I went in the attic and I got it. Yeah, I didn't notice it either. But I would be willing to bet it's there if we went. Although it is a newer version of the movie.
Yeah, although it's a red chain.
No, it's a white chain.
It's red.
It's not. I rewatched it. I rewatched it when I was reading about this. I will put it on our Facebook page. How about that? There is a screenplay book, a book called Screenplay that was written by Sid Field. If you ever want to write a screenplay kit, I have this book. Okay. So the book is from 1979. Paul Reubens and Phil Hartman got this book to write this script. They had never written a screenplay for a film before. And in Sid Field's book, he recommends 90 pages. A typical screenplay at this time is 90 pages. They wrote a 90-page screenplay. Do you know what the running time of this movie was, if you had to guess? It's usually a page a minute.
A page a minute. What do you mean by that?
When you make a script or a movie out of a script, usually a minute for each page is what the runtime is. So what do you think on a 90-page script? How many minutes do you think the movie is?
90 minutes.
Correct. Good math.
That's a dumb question.
Tell me what you thought of the music from the movie.
It was old.
You thought it was old? Most of the music from this film is by Danny Elfman. This is the first time that Tim Burton and Danny Elfman collaborated together in making a film. They've collaborated so many times, I don't even have a count. According to Wikipedia, they list only 3 Tim Burton films that they didn't collaborate on. And that was Ed Wood, Sweeney Todd, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
I like the Biker Mama music.
In the bar? Do you like when he danced on the bar?
It's something.
What was the name of the song in the biker bar? Hold on, I'm gonna pour myself a drink while you look this up. What am I drinking? Do you know?
Silver Patron.
Patron. What's...
Tequila.
Correct. That is the name of the song. You are correct. By the Champs.
Wait.
Yeah. It's a very famous scene where Pee-wee is wearing the big shoes in all his Pee-wee glory.
Composer, Chuck Rio?
Oh my God. That is some old-ass tequila. So you're trying to say Chuck Rio, I think?
I like Rio better.
The Rio Grande. When Pee-wee goes to the fortune teller, one, how does she know what he's looking for? How does she know? Is she a real fortune teller?
No, she looks at his wallet, and then he can't pay at the restaurant, and he does dishes and meets Simone. Well, he met Simone as the bartender, but like...
But where does she tell him to go? Where is his bike? She lies, but where does she say his bike is? The basement of what?
The basement of...
You don't remember?
Hold on.
Remember the
Alamo.
Okay, so I found some quotes. Number 1 is, I know you are, but what am I?
The way you said that is so great.
I
Yeah.
know you are, but what am I?
I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
You don't want to get mixed up with a guy like me. I'm a loner, a rebel.
Who's he say that to? Who's Pee-wee say that to?
Dottie.
Yeah.
What exactly leads you to believe the Soviets were involved?
That's when he calls the police.
Yeah. Go ahead, scream your head off. We're miles from where anyone can hear you. If there's something you can share with the rest of us, amazing.
Poor Amazing Larry.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last long.
Do you remember when that happened?
When he was dressed as the girl.
Yeah. That was actually a really cool moment and very, very foreign for 1985.
Be sure to tell him LARGE MARGE.
That one's yours. That's your big one.
Everyone I know has a big butt.
Come on, Simone. Let's talk about your big butt.
So, the very end of the movie, Pee-wee steals his bike back. And then there's a fire. Do you remember this? In the pet store?
Oh, yes. It takes him like 5 times to get the snakes.
Well, he doesn't want to get the snakes. That's one of Mommy's favorite scenes in the movie. He doesn't want to get the snakes, so he gets the dogs. Remember, he releases the monkey. And the monkey, which is, what pet store has a monkey? But the monkey helps him free all of the bunnies. And
I think that was a chimpanzee.
A chimpanzee, right. You want to tell your joke?
Oh, yeah. What do you call an ape who always wins a race?
What?
A chimpanzee.
That's perfect.
Okay.
So at the end of the movie, he has his bike back. And we see the movie that they make from his movie, right? Different people are in that. You have Morgan Fairchild. She's playing Dottie. The guy who plays Pee-wee Herman is James Brolin. Do you remember who James Brolin is?
Oh, somebody's dad.
Yeah. His son's name is Josh Brolin. Do you remember what movie we just watched with him?
Just watched with him. Goonies.
Yeah. Remember, he's Bran and Thanos.
Oh, right. Why is he called Pee-wee Herman? That's a great question.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, what is this? What did Pee-wee Herman get fired for?
Yeah, we don't need to. You're good. You don't need that. That you can find that out years from now. Let's just talk about the end of the movie. Let's talk about how different critics see the movie and how you would rank this movie. On Rotten Tomato, critics rank this 88% fresh. That's a high rating. That's a really high rating. Audience ranks it at 79%, which is high, but it's actually come down over the years, which is crazy to me. It still holds up, but...
Yeah, the movie, it's good. I like it.
Where would you rank it with Back to the Future, Goonies, and now Pee-wee, those 3 movies? What's number 1, what's number 2, what's number 3? What would you recommend to your friends to watch?
Nimona.
Yeah, but that's a good... we'll talk about that. Okay. That'll be our watch replay listen.
Number 1 is... Let's go number 3.
Okay,
Number
we'll go backwards.
3 is Back to the Future.
Okay.
Number 2, probably Goonies.
Okay.
Number 1 is Pee-wee Herman.
Interesting.
That's good.
So it's good.
I'd say I am a very tough critic.
You are.
I might be tougher than Gordon Ramsay.
Yep. So would you give this movie an idiot sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh,
6
no.
out of 10.
That's not terrible for you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know there are 2 more movies. There are 2 more Pee-wee movies. There's Pee-wee's Big Top Pee-wee. Was that your Pee-wee laugh?
Yeah.
And then there's Pee-wee's Big Holiday, which was much more recent. So, if you want to write to us, you can tell us what you think we should watch. You can tell us if you think some of the things we said were wrong. You can tell us if you think some of the things we said were right. You can write to us at Perfect10 the podcast. That's Perfect10 TEN the podcast at gmail.com. Kit, I think I told you that we got an email about the Goonies from last month. Mm-hmm. Kristen wrote to us and said, "Hi, Kevin and Kit. I remember watching the Goonies with my girls when they were young. Listening to the 2 of you today brought back a lot of memories. I really enjoy it. One of my favorite movies from 1985 was Better Off Dead. I hope it's on your list." I've thought of Better Off Dead, so it's possible.
Oh, I thought she meant like one of the first movies I watched as a kid is Better Off Forgotten.
Better Off Forgotten. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, just don't do that.
Thank you, Kristen. Thanks for the email. Again, if you want to email us and tell us, hey, why don't you watch this movie? Why don't you watch that movie? You can email us at perfect10thepodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, The Perfect 10 Podcast. That's 1010, The Perfect 10 Podcast. Undoubtedly, if you're listening to this, you are listening to it on SoundCloud. You can like the episode. You can subscribe or follow us on SoundCloud. And you can also leave a review. We would very much appreciate it if you did that. Kit.
Yeah.
Before we go, next month, I was thinking we were going to watch a movie called The Never Ending Story.
Can we please do that like next month?
But
Or next
maybe instead of doing that, we can watch a movie called E.T.
Yes.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had intended to watch Never Ending Story for the next movie, I am going to employ what I consider to be a Pee-wee Herman-esque way of determining which of these 2 movies we're going to watch.
If it's Pee-wee Herman, then you gotta get the police involved.
The police have to be involved. No, I have a magic 8-ball, which
yes.
seems very Pee-wee. You ask the 8-ball the question
okay.
however you want. If you want to say, should we
Okay.
watch E.T., I will shake it. If you want to say, should we watch... Okay. Go ahead, ask the question.
Magic 8-ball, magic 8-ball. Magic 8-ball. Should we watch E.T.?
Okay, should we watch E.T.? Here we go. What does it say?
Yes, definitely.
All right, we'll watch E.T. next month.
Yay.
All right, Kit, what are we recommending as our watch, read, play, listen for this month?
My watch is Nimona.
Nimona is a movie that is on Netflix that we just watched. Kit made me watch it. It was really good.
Yeah, it's also kind of sad. It's like mystical creatures, kind of. Like magical stuff like that. And I really recommend it. I rate it 9 out of 10.
Oh, man. Too bad we're not doing that as our podcast.
My read...
Oh, you're going to do them all. You can do them all.
Is Maisie Chen's Last Chance.
Oh, nice.
Which is really fun. For Ring Olympics. And Duel. It's really good.
Oh, right.
It's about 2 sisters who fight and eventually they duel each other. It's really good. 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 on that one. Okay.
And then the one that I just finished like a week ago is 2 Tribes. It's like very adventurous. It's about a girl whose parents broke up and people at school make fun of her because she's the only Native American in school.
It's Emily Bowen Cohen.
Yeah, Emily Bowen Cohen.
Yep.
It's really good. 8 out of 10.
That's a graphic novel, right?
Yeah, they're both graphic novels.
Duel was as well.
My listen...
The Millie Bobby Brown rap?
Yes, on the Jimmy Fallon show, Millie Bobby Brown rapped the recap of season 1 of Stranger Things, and it's really good, 9 out of 10.
You have it almost completely memorized.
Yeah, but it's hard to sing it out loud.
That's okay, you're getting close. I know what we could say for play, because we played a new board game this weekend.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember what it's called?
Yeah. There is a game called Azul, which is a Portuguese game.
Yeah.
And it is really, it's hard at first. There are many steps. It's basically a pattern game. Yeah, it's hard but fun. I'd say 7 out of 10.
Wow, good ratings.
Maybe 7.5.
Yeah, got better. Anything else you want to say before we go?
I like tacos.